It's true that we demand a lot from our horses every day. They must have the satisfaction and the desire to want to make you happy. You have to reassure your horse, and they will understand you very well. It makes them feel good. It gives them a good rub when they're being pestered by mosquitoes.
The French tradition of riding is all about style. It's just like high fashion. It's all about style, finesse, elegance and sobriety. That's the French style.
It's one of the most prestigious riding schools in the world. For almost 2 centuries, the Cadre Noir has been training the crème de la crème of riders and their horses, from professional sportsmen to equestrian school teachers.
That's rather well mounted, turning to the left on a vertical bias.
Laurence Sauté has been training horses and riders here for 16 years. This morning she's working with Santero, one of the younger horses. Together they're perfecting one of the Cadre Noir's special moves.
This is what we call lateral or side work, where the horse moves in a diagonal line whilst looking to the side where it's heading. It requires the same kind of effort as gymnastics, as a dancer or a gymnast has movements that allow them to stretch a certain muscle group and take on force at the same time.
The horses here are all regarded as top-class athletes. It takes 10 years for each of them to be trained to perfection.
It's important that we're able to notice the times when the horse might be a little tired and try to anticipate that fatigue. Then the horses stay healthy and the work remains an effort, but a pleasure at the same time.
The story of the Cadre Noir began way back in 1825. In the aftermath of the Napoleonic Wars, France's military cavalry was largely wiped out. There was therefore a huge need to train new riders, and so the academy was born.
It was purely military. In order to make a good cavalry officer, you had to know 2 things, tactics on the one hand, and good horsemanship on the other. And fairly quickly, to set themselves apart, the equerries here darkened their tunics and became the Cadre Noir. Armies nowadays have less and less need for horses, if at all, in fact. But riding has developed into a sport, and so the National Horse Riding School was set up in 1972, with soldiers at the beginning. The military still play a part, and it's all become an equestrian sport.
Today, the 35 horsemen and women of the Cadre Noir are the guardians of that riding tradition.
There are movements that are unique to the Cadre Noir. We call them the school jumps. There's the courbette, where the horse lifts his forelegs. The croupade, where the croup or the rear of the horse is kicked back. And then there's the cabriole jump, which mixes the 2 previous jumps together.
Every day in the stables, some 60 grooms look after the Cadre Noir's 300 horses.
Here at school, we have a workflow for dealing with the manure. It makes our job quicker and our daily work much easier too. I scrape their feet to check for wounds or for anything that's caught in their hooves. At the same time, I touch the tendons to see if there are any injuries. They like to see us every day. They know that we're here to look after them. If a horse stays in the corner of the stable with its head down, you know straight away that there's a problem with its health.
This afternoon, Persian Rose has a few muscle contractions.
She has a foot that's blocked a little here.
She therefore has an appointment with the osteopath. She'll even get an acupuncture session.
We'll first put a needle here to relax the thoracic region. We'll see if she likes that. If she's scared of needles, we won't give her acupuncture.
Tendinitis, sprains and stress. Horses are, after all, athletes just like the rest.
Let her do it. That's good.
After training, the horses' health problems are all taken care of by the school's 3 vets.
I use fairly soft techniques, which the horses often seem to appreciate. It shows when they yawn or chew or give big sighs of relief. And we feel that too in our hands when the horse chews or breathes deeply. The tensions are all released. When they've been to us once, next time they're happy to come back, and then there's a real rapport between the therapist and the horse.
Persian Rose will now rest up for 3 days, before then resuming training with her partner.